Villa fans, we're used to this by now, aren't we? Summer transfer window opens. This man, Emi Martinez, is linked with a move away from our club. Last summer, we had to put up with the constant transfer saga of Emi Martinez leaving to Manchester United. It dragged on and on and on, only for him to end up staying at Villa Park with his tail between his legs and having to stand in between the sticks and the fans no longer singing Emi Martinez, the world's #1, until the end of the season where he finally lifts a trophy, all is forgiven. This summer's transfer window opens and he's being touted with a move away to Italy. Reports coming out of there saying that he's agreed personal terms with Juventus. Jesus, and we're all sick of it. Emi, I love you mate, but I think it might well be time to go. As a fan base, we might now be okay with that. Let's look at the facts, look at what we know, and let's get into it. Now, before we jump into the pod and start to discuss whether Emi stays or leaves, I think it's important to remember as Villa fans what Martinez means to us. He joined at a time where, like ourselves, he was trying to establish himself in the Premier League. He'd just won the FA Cup with Arsenal, and it was a big shock when we signed him for 20 odd million. And ever since then, you could see his big personality in between the sticks. He gave it his all in almost every single game. Very rarely were you let down as a fan by the amount of effort that Emi Martinez put in whilst having an Aston Villa badge on his shirt. He won the World Cup, he won the Golden Glove, and it was something to be proud of. Our goalkeeper, Emi Martinez, was the world #1. Argentina penalty shootout hero. He essentially helped get Messi a World Cup. Big personality, you've got to love him. Showed it on the pitch, he showed it through the media. We all remember that interview. Villa's a big club, mate. It seemed like the club matched his level of ambition, and he often referred to that in interviews. He wanted to win trophies. Last season, we did it. And that's why this time, this transfer saga, it feels a little bit different. We're not overly sensitive as to whether Emi Martinez is going to leave. Because if you would have asked Villa fans 2 years ago if Emi Martinez was going to leave, a lot of them would have wanted him to stay. But after that Man United saga, you can say what you want on the bus, Emi. You can say what you want on that trophy parade, but we all know the ins and outs of that because it was all over social media. And it was a pretty well-known fact that Emi had agreed personal terms and wanted to move on to pastures new, Manchester United. Big no-no. So let's bring it back to now, ladies and gentlemen, and if you're to believe reports coming out of Italy, Emi Martinez and his camp have agreed a contract with Juventus, and all that's left to do in the deal is for Aston Villa and Juventus to agree on a transfer fee. So let's look at the two sides of the coin here. Aston Villa's perspective and Emi Martinez's perspective. Let's not forget the player in all this. The football club, Emi Martinez is 33 years old. He is no spring chicken. However, in goalkeeping terms, he's just coming into his peak. So would you rather keep that asset whilst it depreciates in value? Would you rather sell it whilst it's in its peak? Emi Martinez is apparently earning 150k a week, which accumulates to roughly £7.8 million a year. Also reportedly has a highest earning match clause, which also means if you as a football club try and bring in another big time Charlie, Emi Martinez's wage is going to go up and match that. So again, hindering your SCR rules. Anything with CR at the end is out to get Aston Villa and keep it out the greedy big six. Now let's look at things from Emi's point of view. He achieved everything he set out to achieve with Aston Villa. Everything he said he wanted to do, he has now done. He's established himself as a Premier League goalkeeper. He got himself into the Argentina squad and made the #1 shirt his. He won the Copa America with Argentina. He won the World Cup with Argentina. And as we've said, he won the Yashin World's #1 trophy twice. And to top it all off, the one thing he said all along whilst achieving all those other things was that he wanted to win a cup with Aston Villa. And by winning the Europa League, he has more than done that. He will leave the club an Aston Villa legend, potentially the best goalkeeper we have ever had. Now, with all that said, it is only transfer speculation. Nothing has come from the Aston Villa reporting goats, Ornstein or Tanswell. And why would Emi want to leave at the moment? Villa are clearly a club on the up. They've qualified for Champions League football yet again. That is twice in 3 seasons. We've won the Europa League. Emi Martinez lifted the Europa League for Aston Villa. He was clearly emotional about it. And he has one of the best managers he's ever worked under, Unai Emery. And let's not forget, when Unai first joined the club, there was a lot of talk about how Unai didn't trust Martinez because he is the one that was willing to sell him or loan him out at Arsenal all the time. How these rumours have been proven wrong. Fan connection, it seems to be back. It was very, very touch and go at the start of the season. There would be a few start-off chants of Emi Martinez, the world's #1, and only a handful of the whole would sing it. By Christmas time, he was singing and dancing with a Christmas hat on, and everybody was lapsing it up. He could go down as an Aston Villa legend. We're talking statues, stands named after him, Emi Martinez merchandise, which he already has in Argentina. Get it in the club shop. And let's remember, the grass isn't always green, Emi. Look at the players we have sold in the recent years, and they haven't always gone on to do big things. Something to bear in mind, Mr. Martinez. Man, my head is torn with this one. My head says that he'll leave. Makes too much sense for the club to get rid of him. Big wages, aging player, get him gone, get a new blood in, let Unai work his magic with him, and we could have a potential #1 for the next few years. My heart wants him to stay. He's our Emi Martinez. He's the world's #1. Started at Villa. Villa giving him that chance, and we backed him to the hill. I can forgive the Man United stuff. It's gone now. It's in the past. He's the best goalkeeper I've ever seen down Villa Park. Bearing in mind, I'm 36. And I don't think we're going to get much better. It's a problem position to replace. I mean, what happens if we sell Emi and you can't find that replacement that we're all thinking that we're going to get? If Emi were to leave, where does he rank for you amongst the Villa greats, really? We're talking Bosnich, Schmeichel, because I think Emi is right up there. And I want to know, what about you guys? Have you made peace with if Emi were to leave? Would you give him the salute and the standing ovation that I think he deserves? Or would you be flicking the V saying, yeah, good riddance, out time? It's an interesting one. And guys, if you're new around here, please feel free to drop a like and a subscribe. Building a real Aston Villa community around here. I'm loving all of this editing, bringing out this kind of content for you guys, and we have a lot more to come, so stick around for the ride. All your views and comments are appreciated. What you want to see next from the channel, please drop it in the comments down below. This has been the Terrace View podcast. I'm your host, Jay, and all that's left to say is up the bloody Villa. Come on, me babies!
Up the Villa!